Hello again, I'm back with another wee project share. This is my design team project for Artymaze and Tracie Fox because it's the Tag Fab-rication kit they've done together that I've used for this, and I just had so much fun. I was never going to be able to commit to the 30-day challenge that's on Facebook because I'm the most disorganised crafter. I would never have managed one a day, so what I did instead was I've spent the last wee while just putting tags into 2 little books, and I did it that way. I was going to make 1 little book, but the kit is so big I ended up having enough tags to make 2, and I still have tags left over, so it's a huge kit. It's fabulous, and really lovely bases for, you know, they're perfect the way they are, but lovely to sort of layer up, which is what I find that it's absolutely the most fun bit for me, is sitting just layers and sticking bits here, there and everywhere. So I've really enjoyed making these. They were just literally for a little bit of fun, and I even dipped into my hoarded Tim Holtz bits and pieces. So on the front we have one of these little charms on one of the Tim Holtz clips. So the front of each of these, because they're vintage books, there's part of the original book. So what I've done is I've left them. On this one I had to use a bit of washi tape to strengthen it. But I just wanted to be able to use these few. These are like really old. I've no idea actually how old, but they're just lovely little covers, and I've been wanting to use them for a while because they've got this lovely pattern on the front. So yeah, so I just basically used tags as pockets and tucks, and just used the Tracie Fox. I always call them stickers because I printed them onto sticker paper, so they're all little stickers. But the labels, I'll try and call them labels, but I always end up calling them stickers because I turned them into stickers. And excuse my fingers today, I'm tea-dyed yesterday, so I've got horrible coloured nails. So yes, what I've done with this one is just lots of wee layers. I used lots of little bits of vintage lace and literally bits and pieces, some stickers. I just had great fun. Not really thinking about it a great deal. Like I say, I've used washi tape to strengthen the pages of the initial few bits because that's the original book. I love the butterflies that come with the tag kit, so I used them on the front here. So each page, the tags just get bigger and bigger as we go along. That's how I did it. I started with a little one and did it that way. With this one, I did think Shabby Soul started it, the hinges with the tape, but I've seen a few ladies do it since then, and I did that initially, but I wanted to use these covers, so I then punched holes through them all through the tape, and they're too close to the outside really, but it's quite sturdy because I used the tape first. The holes were just so I could add the front and back cover, so it's worked out fine. But I wish I'd, like this one, right from the start, I used the rings, so I wish I'd done that on both of them. But you live and learn. This was the first book. So we've got a wee pocket. So we've got a tag with another tag as a pocket, and then this wee card comes with the kit as well. And then I've used one of these tiny little, the new clips by Tim Holtz on here as well. And that's a Tim Holtz card that I've popped on there. And again, on the back here, I've just put a little bit of paper and some of the labels. And in here we've got some, this is lovely, this is really old, I love this because I just love the netting, and I've put some pearls in here, and then we've got just a little tag here in a wee glassine bag, and then on the back of this one we've got a little pocket here with again a little tag in there, and then on here there's a wee envelope there, which again, that's Tim Holtz as well. All these bits are either from the kit or Tracie's labels kits. And so yeah, just did lots of layers and used ink and gesso I love the Tim Holtz crayons. I use them quite a lot now. And so yeah, I'm pretty yeah, there's a wee pocket behind there as well. So I used it as an excuse to use, again, scraps, little bits of card that I've cut off of things. I've used gilding wax on round all the tags as well, and things like that. So we've got a wee pocket here with lots of wee layers of, most of this is vintage lace, but there's a little bit of sari in there as well. And again, a wee Tim Holtz card. And we've got another glassine bag on here with a wee ticket in there. And this is one of the jumbo tags that it comes with, and I've just built up the layers. This is one of the tags that comes with the kit as well. And again, more vintage lace here. And we've got a wee bumblebee. And just tiny little, I don't bin, when it comes to these vintage laces, I don't bin anything. So I've got these tiny, tiny little bits of scraps that are on that pin as well. And again, just more collaging on here. A wee pocket with some of this. I love this tulle. It's going to be in everything now. So when I put the tea-dyed paper on the back here, I've left some wee bits sticking out, so because I like the irregular shape you get from that. Another wee, the mushrooms are all in the tag kit as well. I never even checked I was in frame. And I've got another tag in here. This came with the kit. I like this, do not bend, and I put it on the bended bit there. I thought that was quite cute. And again, just various layers. And I think it's a wee dragonfly on this one. And again, just wee layers with the bits from the kit, and lots of ink and stenciling on top of, but that's basically as the tag comes. This is the little vintage photo book that I've just used in here as a little pocket. And there's some little journaling cards in there as well. And got a couple of wee cards in here, and again, this is another old photograph sleeve, the little sleeves that you would have got your negatives in, I think. A couple of wee cards in there. So this is the back few pages again of this vintage book, which I've tried to keep intact, and this is what the original inside was, which I had to cover on the first one to strengthen it, but I was able to leave it on the back of this one, which I thought was kind of cool. And I used one of these were the freebies on Artymaze's site for, yeah, pretty sure these were on Artymaze's site, and it was for doing the embossing, which I've had a go at, which is great fun. I couldn't understand why I was getting it so wrong initially, because my numbers were just disappearing under this cloud, and it turned out what I thought was embossing powder for clear wasn't. It was actually like a creamy colour. So once I got the clear embossing ink stuff, you put the powder on, I was getting a much better result. So I'm going to have a bit more of a play with that. It was really good fun. So the second one, and this might be a bit noisy on here because of the metal, hopefully not. So again, on the front of this one, I've got the original pages and some just cards in here, but I was able to keep more. Again, I've strengthened it using fabric on this one, and that's the original pages, and again a wee bit of vintage lace as a pocket, and these are from the kit. So these are the original pages which I've which I've just used some bits here to, this was actually already strengthened. This is old book tape to strengthen it originally, and again it's got the older pages here as well, and this is just lovely. It's a shame it's got this old manny, but the book was about him. So again, start with it's just lots of layers. Wee tag here, some decoration on it, and another one here, the wee vintage button, and these are all wee bits from the kit. little card here. And more layers on here. Love the butterflies. And we've got a wee tuck on the back here. And again, just lots of, I just sat and played with lots of wee bits of lace. Another one of these little clips and a vintage button on there with more layers. And a wee card here, and then there's a little pocket here using vintage lace. And I backed these tags onto some scrapbooking paper to add some colour as well. And this is the other half of the photo envelope. So I just put a little bit of lace and trims here and a tiny little, I'm pretty sure that's a Tim Holtz safety pin as well. And a wee fish coming off of this one, and there's little cards there, and there's another one in the back bit as well. And a wee dangle up here, and more from the kit. I've just layered and played with gesso and ink, and I was just experimenting quite a bit with this one because this had no plans to go anywhere, or I didn't have anybody in mind for this, so it was quite good fun just to have a wee play. And I've made that just a wee pocket as well. And another one there that I've put the glassine bag on. I liked, I've got this doily that had these really nice, this nice edge that was all scalloped, and I've just cut them into, and I've started using them at the head of tags, and it's nice because of the shape. And another one on here, and again I just used a scrap, and I sewed it onto some fabric to make it a bit stronger, and then you can leave it quite scrappy then because you've got the strength down here. Another wee pocket there, again the other half of the vintage photo book. And another wee collage here. And on the back I used one of the time cards. And so there's one of these little mini tags in each of the wee pockets. Which again I've just used literally scraps. I put all my scraps in a little tub, and then when it comes to decorating the top of tags or a little space, I have all these little bitties to play with. And the back of this one didn't have any pages on it. It was literally just the back, so it goes on like that. And again, it's really well aged, but again I've gone over with the gilding wax on this as well. So yeah, I had really good fun. I think I said it on this video. This is my third attempt at a video, so I don't know if I said it on this one or not, but I wouldn't have been able to commit to doing the tag challenge because, like I said, I'm so disorganised. But I really enjoyed having a play with the tags. All the different sizes and things, they've just been great. And like I say, I've got loads left, so they will be popping up in future books, no doubt about it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll say bye-bye for now. Stay safe.